How to actually make a team for a regional tournament. This is probably like part 4, part 5. I have this post on my Patreon right here, which I've been talking about, and that's like the 10 steps to make the perfect VGC team and how to correctly prepare for a tournament. So I'm gently walking through and showing you guys my team building process instead of doing all this stuff off stream, right? So I've already gone and gone over taking detailed notes. I've already talked about like gathering info correctly in the first couple steps. But, the thing that we're really kind of still working on right now is picking the teams you want to use, building basic cores, and then playing a bunch of games each day while trying to, gather info. We worked on testing one team, testing a second team that capitalized on what the first team did well and did it in a little bit of a different way. And on the third team that we did, we practiced just gathering info, using Frisk, using a little bit more meme sets, and trying to see what we could get away with, right? The thing that we're going to be working on today, though, is like a phantom 11th step that's not really a part of the list, and that is actually learning to be a good sport when we're playing. I tend personally, when I play in a lot of these Patreon tournaments, I never know who's in the chat, who's not in the chat, and sometimes I get sniped a lot and I never actually know who's sniping. And what I would describe as sniping, there's two ways, right? There's someone that's like looking at all my moves, seeing what moves I use, and then countering them. That's probably the worst. And the second is someone who's just been in the stream all day. They know that I'm using a Choice Scarf Hitmonlee, or they know that I'm using a Focus Sash Whimsicott, and they abuse the info that they know. And you'd be like, that's not sniping. That's just them gathering info. And to be realistic, what it's doing is creating an unfair gaming experience for one person. That personally being myself, right? So I would say that I tend to get pretty salty when I lose games to either of those situations, just because it sucks to lose. And I know one thing I need to work on is being a better loser. So today, what we're doing in the Patreon tournament is learning to take losses and also wins, I guess, with a little bit more dignity and a little bit more gratitude towards the players that actually come to play in the tournament. So yeah, I'm a terrible loser. That's probably my worst quality as a content creator and as just a person. I'm way too competitive. I'm a terrible loser. I'm the first to probably blame other outside influences for my losses and say I would have won if this, or I would have won if that, and then I get super salty. And then when you're doing that in a tournament setting in a regional, it's really, really hard to keep doing well after a humongous salt show like that. So again, that's what we're gonna be working on today. Hopefully I can take some L's with a smile on my face. And again, the worst thing for a content creator to do, I've done this at multiple events. I go to the event, I play against someone, they're super happy to play me, I'm happy to play them, they cheese the shit out of me, and then I'm like, thanks. I just have a terrible attitude. And that's not the way that I should be approaching people that are excited to play me, excited to see me. I should be happy that they want to interact with the content, interact with me as a content creator. So it's I just got to learn to hold the L a little bit better, instead of and then another thing, if I'm having a good time and, I get outplayed, sometimes I'm okay with that. It's yo, that's a sick play. High five. Let's go. High five. But some, that's if, I get outplayed. Again, getting outplayed is not something I have a problem with. If you outplay me, congrats. If anything, one of the reasons I like going to regionals is to see people outplay me and be happy for them to be, really good players. Again, I just don't like it when I lose to things that are outside of the game control. Again, that's things like sniping. That's things like saying, oh, I'm playing against THATSAplusONE. I watch all his videos, which means I know all his sets, which means they have more info than they normally would have in that situation. So, again, getting outplayed. And you could say, well, them watching all your videos is them outplaying you. And I'm I guess. You know what I mean? It's again, that's things that are outside of the game, taking precedence inside the game, which I would say is not a fair matchup for one person. Wow, this is huge. Awesome that you were able to reflect. That's chilled. Huge respect for me. I appreciate it. I mean, I've been losing for a long time, so it's I know that this is my biggest issue. One way that I like to work around that is at the end of every single round, I like to sit down and review my notes. We're not really going to be doing that today, but that's one thing that I can always use win or loss to get myself back in the game. And yeah, hopefully we have some good games today. I'd obviously like to win the whole thing and go undefeated, but it's really hard to come back when, you know. Did you guys watch like yesterday's video where the person was like playing me in last week's Patreon tournament, and they were like actively sniping me, and I still won. And even though I still won, that was such sour grapes. That whole game was sour grapes, man. Like, it was terrible. I had to put up that that move screen thing. I had to put up where is it? Is it right here? I had to put that up, you know. Oh, we got Slater gifting a sub the shiny Umbreon. Yo, appreciate it, friend. Hopefully you're excited for the tournament today. I know you were talking a little bit earlier. Morning, want to stop by and say hi before the tournament. I'll catch the VOD. That's how you're supposed to do it, because you're not supposed to know what I'm using. That's why I'm not also showing what I'm using. But thank you so much for the gifted sub. I do be appreciating that, and you know, it'll help me know what I want to order at Hell's Kitchen tonight. I'm super excited for that. Like, win or lose today, even though I get last place, I'm gonna have fun at Hell's Kitchen. But yeah, I had to put up like a freaking move blocker, which doesn't even really do anything, because you can still see who I'm targeting, and if you know who I'm targeting, you know what move I'm using. If you know what items I have, you should know what I'm doing, right? So it creates such a unbalanced like experience when one person knows the champion's gracious in victory and defeat. Yeah, I always like to, you know, I'm always I'm the most humble ever. But no, I usually like to think that I'm pretty gracious when I win. I would never tell my opponent like GG. You know, note that I've actually like spoken out against that. I always think it's really weird when people like come in and like force that GG down the other player's throat. It's like, it's not up to the winner if it was a good game. Like, the best thing a winner can do 99% of the time is just, if they won, cool. But if like they won, it's not up for them to go say, hey, person I just beat, did you know that I won? I won. Did you know that? Did you see that I won? Good game, bro. Good game. But I won. Did you know that? That's like I hate that. I hate when people do that to me personally. Right? Yo, what's up? Not much. We're just talking about the tournament today. So yeah, I hate it when like a winner like shoves it down the other person's throat. And maybe it's because I don't lose that often and I hate losing, that I see other people just wanting to talk about their win as them being disingenuous. But like, I always have seen that as like, I don't know. When I lose, the number one thing I want is for the other person just to leave me alone. You know, that's it, you know? And so if the loser then decides to say, hey man, GG, good luck in the rest of the tournament, good game. You know, that's now an open season for us to talk about it. You know, it's like, I would never force the fact that I won down someone's throat. I think it's the cringiest thing. You know, have you seen that Eeks emote? Oh, I have one. I have the Eeks emote. Let me find it. I subscribe to Eeks. Let me find this emote. He has to have this as an emote. Does he not? Did he take it down? No, he doesn't. It's here. This emote right here. That emote. That's the, like, I won using ally switch, shake my hand. No. Like, I'll still do it, you know, but, like, it's really, really hard for me to be, like, genuinely happy for the opponent, knowing I just got, like, cheesed super hard, you know? So, like, people that, like, the second they beat you, they come in stream and they're like, GG. Good game, bro. And it's like, you're probably in my stream, bro. Like, I don't even know. It's so hard to say, you know? That Eeks emote is, like, perfect. Perfect. There's one funny story that I have. I was playing in a regional in Arizona, and I didn't cheese my opponent. I did not cheese them. I won, but I only won because they missed like 6 P-Blades in a row. They missed like 6 P-Blades in a row. And there's a picture of it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably on Facebook, right? Let me actually see if I can find this picture. So this picture, the context for this picture. I'm playing at Arizona Regionals. This is like the end of 2016. And we're like, I think we're at table 5. Like, we're basically both, the winner of this game gets top cut, the loser gets nothing, right? I'm a professional sponsored player, that's a +1. You can see my opponent's face right now, right? I won this game. You could see me like, I'm holding back, like smiling. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be happy. I feel bad for the guy because I only won because he missed like 6 P-Blades in a row in a game where like I had a mom with like 20 HP left, and he just kept missing P-Blades. And so basically, like, he actually is the one that reached out and said, good game. And you can see he's super defeated, right? He's the one that extended. I was not going to do anything. I was just going to be like, bro, I'm so sorry. Let's just sign the paper and go. Like, you know, what are you going to do? But he extended it and said, like, good game. And I'm like, are you sure, bro? Like, are you sure? I've always looked back at this picture. He looks so broken, right? He looks like all the life is lost. And the thing is, like, it costs so much money to go to these regionals. This is when they started, like, you had to pay to do them. And yeah, like, I've always looked back at this as a game that, like, I didn't outplay them. I had no business saying, GG, bro. Thanks for the game, you know? Wow, good game. Thanks. It's like, no, I didn't win anything. I didn't do anything. He didn't do anything wrong either. You know, but the look on my face is the, like, I should not have won that game. So yeah, I don't know. And I always use this picture as an example of, like, the winner should not be the one that decides if it's a good game. It's up to the loser. And a loser with, like, a good mentality and a good head on their shoulders and a good sport, you know. That's what I'm gonna try and work on today, is my sportsmanship. So hopefully I can, you know. I don't know. Tournament started. Let's go play some games. Let me check my team, make sure it's right. Let's become a good loser. The biggest loser. That's gonna be us. Also, I will say this tournament, I could care less if I win or lose these games. These games are not meant to be won. These games are meant to gather info, and actually I'm using a relatively standard team today. So, like, I'm just going to practice playing standard. I'm just going to practice going through my own motions. Looks like we had a game already. First game of the day. So, Zard, a little bit of Rinya's Sun in the first game. So, let me think about what I want to do here. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't hate leading Callie. Callie turns off their Incin, so, like, Lando's big busted. And if they lead Zard... I don't know if they lead Zard. They might just lead Grim here. I think Grim's really, really nice here. That's fine. I'm gonna try the Callie. If the Callie works, Callie works. Missed the sign up. Yo, I told you. I told everyone to sign up. All right, we got one more slot. Do we need Rilla? Yeah, we do. They have like 2.5 mons that Rilla is good against. I mean, Incin's also okay. Actually, I'm gonna bring the Incin. Double Intimidate's like super nice against Rinya's Sun, in my opinion. Oh, I should bring Grim. It's fine. Cool. Let's see if this works. Again, my numero uno thing that I don't want to happen is to get sniped. So, like, in this situation, I'm literally playing against someone that has to know who I am, right? So I have no clue if they're watching, right? I have absolutely no clue if they're watching. And it always stresses me out so much because I would play differently if I knew they were watching. I would wait the timer, I'd select different moves. There's so many things I would do, but hopefully I'm not getting sniped. That's the only thing I can hope for, is that I'm not getting sniped. Zacian and Sin, it's a good lead. Being seen a lot of Wire Blandos. I think Wire Blando's good. I'm testing something a little bit differently because, like, this Lando doesn't really care about getting intimidated because it actually still keeps its rolls this way. So, like, again, Intimidate, not a big factor for us. How do you know he knows you? It's literally my Patreon tournament. You can't be in the chat without knowing. Yeah. So that's how I know that they know. But yeah, let's just chill for just a minute. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Because that's a really low power board. And the only punish for this is like sub Zacian. And even if it is, I get the double Intimidate, which means it's kind of bad. Awesome. So now we have Fake Out Pin against Zacian. And we can repivot. So let's see. Double Intimidate into that Zacian makes it a -1. Insyn's really, really good at mitigating damage here. Again, sub Zacian would be a pain, but Behemoth Blade's pretty powerful. And this is, alright, so they're just not sniping. This is good. And so like, I can confirm that they're not. So that's a standard play. Like, that's super, super standard. And I like this for us. This is good. Throat Chop's fine. Awesome. This is absolutely wonderful for me. Look at that value, by the way. Look at that absolute massive value out here. That's sick. Okay. So let's think about what they're going to switch in. We could read this and go for a parting into their Zacian. Because you know they kind of have to switch because they're super pinned by Fake Out. But I think that they're playing standard. And another thing I always get worried about is if, like, there's people, I've had this happen to me where, like, I've looked at my Twitch chat to where they play without looking for like half the match, but then they look at like the last turn of the game, and for some reason people think like that's not the same as sniping. Like, oh, I only looked like the last turn just to make sure, and it's like they think that's okay. Obviously, special Zacian. Again, I don't think this person's sniping, but it's just so hard for me to know, right? So hard for me to know. Being able to stick damage into this Groudon before it maxes is huge. Absolutely huge. We get a lefties tick here. Play every game like a snipe game. I could. You say, actually, you can't parting shot there. I'm not going to lie to you. You cannot parting shot there because their Incineroar's faster than mine. So they can actually throat chop me. I don't know if they know. But they can. Taking a long time this turn. So you never know, right? Maybe they played the first two turns good. Now they're in here, right? Because this is a long turn. There's like a 6-second stream delay. It's always hard to tell. It's just it makes the game so much harder. There's only so many times too that people can like balls deep read you, and like that you can still come back from. I know it's probably super annoying to watch as a viewer perspective, me complaining about this, but I don't think any of the plays that I've made here in this game so far are wrong at all, right? Putting in the 2v2 speed attack Incin, I think it's a good set. That's fine. That Incin's at -3 over there. We actually don't need to care anymore. Bro, I'm about to just EQ and max my Incin and get a double KO. Bro. What would you have in the back if I did that? If I clicked EQ and maxed my Incin and Foil Blitz, hit my own Incin with the EQ, I'd kill your Incin, I'd kill your Groudon, and then you'd bring out Zacian and probably Zard? I don't really want to deal with Zard. So that means I actually want to get my Airstream up here. And I want to Airstream and probably Parting. Don't need a Parting right now. I can save my Incin on the board. Does every team have Incineroar? A lot do. Yeah, you have to switch your Incin out. It's -3. You ready for a big shake-up with Scarlet and Violet in November? Yeah, we'll see. It's just going to be a different game, you know? Alright, cool. So this Groudon's probably going down here. Lando should make it. So Lando's a 91 base speed mon. This is a heavy speed investment Lando. So even if they protect here, this is going to make myself faster than their Zard next turn. Unless they're max guarding. And we should be, like I said, faster than their Groudon. Because we're 91 and they're a 90. Max Groudon? No. So they're going to lose their Groudon here. And this should make my Incin faster than their Groudon. Awesome, this is fine. I would have obviously loved to hit the Zard here, but this should be able to make me faster than their good boy over there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes, awesome. Played that really well. Alright, so I know what I want to do if Zacian comes in. And I know what I want to do. Yo, Damian Jordan dropping the sub. Yo, appreciate it, friend. Hope we're having a great time. Thank you. First time catching your stream, watched most of the YouTube vids you put out, got me back into Pokemon, and for the first time trying to get into VGC, thanks for all the info you share and keep it up. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Can we put some subs up? Can we put some subs up? Subs up. Thank you for that sub. There's the Zacian. Alright, so you know they have the Incin in the back. Okay, so I have a fast Incin right now. You could max your Zard, but I outspeed. Watching you while working from home, love the content, inspires me to ladder every day. I'm happy to hear that too. You know, someone has to ladder, right? Someone has to be doing the ladder. So in this situation, they can go for max Zard. And so we just want to rockfall it. And you'd be like, watch out for the Charty Berry. I did watch out for the Charty Berry. I note that my Lando went for the Airstream last turn to set up this Charty Berry pin. And even if they wanted to switch out, like, it looks like they're not switching, but even if they were to switch in Sin, even -1 Life Orb Lando would still KO the Zard. So the only way that they play around this is by max guarding Zard and going for a Behemoth Blade into my Lando, which, that's a good play. It's patient. It risks losing your Zacian though, right? It does. It do be risking losing your Zacian, which is a big Quake, so it's really greedy, but that might be the only out. And yeah, I don't think they're wrong with doing this play either, because they probably thought they were Charty. They're fine. Under. And in this situation, it doesn't matter which one of these mons you KO, because I can then, if you even do get a KO, because I can just bring out Sin. And then I still have like Intimidators in the back. And I'm in a pretty decent spot. This does break my Kali Sash. If you were to hit my Kali, I'd lose it. It's not the end of the world. I still think I have enough stuff in the back to be able to get the win. Alright, so Behemoth Blade going into Lando. Might not die. Okay, fine with me. So we get to keep the Kali. Sash broken on Kali though. Sash broke, never lucky. Alright. Big Zacian energy. Maybe think like, that's you just got your Zacian intimidated. It's fine. Absolutely fine. We Gucci. I don't think there's a problem with Astral here. Let me try this. Let me try the Hyper Beam. I want to see how much damage this actually does. I want to put your Incin within range of my Incin, and I think you're Shuka. So it's, I think you can actually chip out if you Flare Blitz things. So the Intimidate here is nice. I want to see if they read that and go for a Sacred Sword into my Zacian slot. I think this is a good turn to do this, because like I know you're Fake Outing, which means you're not Throat Chopping this turn, which means you have to hit my... you have to be hitting my Kali with the Behemoth Blade, and even if you do that, I get the Intimidate pin. So I win the game, like, no matter what happens, even if you hit my Kali. And if you hit the Incin, that's fine, too. Yeah, they thought we were going to switch Incin on that slot. Yeah, there was definitely not a switch in play there. And so, in this case scenario, I don't think it really matters what we do. I think if anything, like, that Incin has to take out, and we can just go for attacks. If you want to go for a Protect Zacian, I get to keep my Kali if I fake out your Incin. And I don't think that that's, like, inherently bad. I don't want to get crit here, though. Think about this. Try that. Thought Hyper Beam would do way more. Is it vested? No. Just bulky. I think they're attacking, obviously, but I want to be able to reset. If that Incin, Zacian's protecting, sick. I win. This wins me the game, basically. Throat Chop. Absolutely fine. Even if it doesn't get the KO, great. Because now I get to reapply my Fake Out, and I can just go Fake Out Sacred Sword, Flare Blitz, Behemoth Blade. I win the game. I think there's a good way to end this one. Just reapply that fake out and that intimidate over and over and over and over again. Don't even realistically need to use speed ties unless that instant has protect, which like I think that's super not common. I mean, says the protect instant player, right? Yeah. And their Zacian's like at -2, so like we're good. Close game though. I had to play pretty serious. And again, the only thing that would be bad here is like a protect Insyn, but I just don't think they have it. Insyns don't really carry it, and that's one of the like the whole strategy is kind of centered around this Insyn not being able to protect. I think it would have protected a little bit earlier on in the match too against like Orlando if it had it. So like you can go for the double protect Zacian. It's absolutely fine. Doesn't really get you anything. But we just get the Insyn off the board guaranteed, and then we can double up into your Zacian. Yep. Don't even need to make reads at this point. Now we can just double into the Zacian and win the game. Your only out here is that your Zacian's faster than mine and can like double crit, you know, like double crit both my mons and stuff like that. 3 minutes left. I think the right play in the situation is realistically to play into the timer a little bit because I have a lot more bulky mons. Sandstorm last turn. There's absolutely nothing wrong. Well, actually, I don't want to get subbed on, so yeah. I was gonna say like we would elongate the game out and utilize like what is it? Utilize our leftovers. But I don't think we have to. That Zacian's like a -2. He can crit one of our mons. And it looks like he's going after our Zacian. I think a crit Behemoth Blade would kill Zacian. But not like a -2-1. And we're super bulky, like I said. We're like super bulky. So we're going to get this one. Close game, though. Very, very close game. Well, almost went the timer. And the team played exactly like how I wanted it to play when I theory crafted it. So pretty good stuff. And, you know, thanks to our opponent for letting us actually be able to test against a really, really standard team. So, again, I want you guys to understand, I now once in this match, like, said they were sniping or had any inclination, but I just wanted to make sure. Because, like, if any of those turns went even a little bit weird, it wouldn't have worked out for me. I had to, you know, correctly take away the Chardy from the Zard. I had to correctly pin in and switch and, you know, reapply fake out pins and stuff like that. So thank you to our opponent for letting us actually have a chance to test all that stuff. And, I'm sure if we play again, like another game, they'd probably be able to, you know, clean a lot of that stuff up for a game too. Oh, fuck, man. I think you need to bring Zacian. I don't like Zacian in this matchup. I don't. I think you have to bring it like this, though. I think this is the only way to actually get something going. All right, let's try this. Let's try this out. Very, very solid looking team from our opponent. So, like, super solid. Like, I think that, like, Rain, Callie, Pharaoh, amazing team. So let's see if I can actually make this work. I've never actually played this matchup with this team, so hopefully things work out. Insyn P2, yeah, that's pretty standard, and I wouldn't be surprised if their Insyn was faster than ours. Would not be surprised. Good thing about this for us, though, is that it's relatively low power board from our opponent. We're faster than them, okay? That works for me. There's the download. It's going to get an attack boost, right? Yeah, awesome. So that's actually pretty good for us. You're going to fake out my Grim and set TR. And so in this case, I'll just fake out you first and Spirit Break, which means I don't actually have to set my screens yet. And the longer I don't set my screens, the better. Like, I could white screen here, but I don't need to. I actually don't even need to stop your TR. Like, that's the thing. I'm going to let you get this TR up, and I'm just going to chill. And the fact that you're TRing here means that my parting shot will go last, which means I can actually use it to safely pivot. No Trick Room. Okay. No RNG there either. Awesome. That's great. We absolutely love that for us. Cool. Yeah, we're just going to RNG it up. Play a long game. You shouldn't be going after my Insyn slot with this Insyn. You shouldn't be like flare blitzing my Insyn. If anything, you're flare blitzing my Grim. So, like, if you're just going to let me get this up, I'll get it up. Yo, how's it going? You are intimidated as well, too. It's like, it's not like you can just KO me with the Flare Blitz into that slot. Flare Blitz, bro. Hit the Grim. Grim's the right play. Yep, awesome. Good play. Nothing wrong with that. Full Paralyze. TR denied. We take those. Is it Max Grim? Realistically, like, is it? Do I Max Grim this game? We're intimidated, but I think if I doubled into that Porygon, we get the KO. It's not Max Grim. Let's do this. You can get your trick 'em up, that's fine. We got the tools that we need. I just want some damage. I'd like to get a KO here. Oh, unlucky. It's fine. That's actually really not good for us. Oh, that's so bad. I wasn't even intimidated. That's a bulky instant. It's a good set. It means it's like full HP, at least like 156. So they can bring in their Cali and get up the TR here, or the Ogre. This is fine. Doesn't matter. If they get up the TR, like, it doesn't matter. It matters, but not as much as you guys might think. That's a good way to put it. No TR. That works. Like, if you're not gonna TR me, man, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna play bad if you're not gonna do it. All right, so let's think about this. This is the right play there. Has it started? Yeah, the tournament started. Maybe that Peach doesn't have TR? Like, realistically, like, maybe it doesn't. It seems weird. It seems weird that we're switching out a non-intimidated Zacian, but I think this is the right play. I also think we could have went like attack, and I just didn't want to eat like a full health spout. Yeah, so they're going for the TR here. This gives me potential to be big with the Rilla. White screen's up, so we got dual screens here. TR? Icy win. So cool. That works great. Awesome. That means it's an aggressive Kyogre. Yeah, the Porygon's at like -2. Like, I actually don't have to care about it as much as you might think. We know there's a Cali in the back. I have dual screens up. Oh, this Jimbrill's not G-Max! That's gonna lose me the game. Knew I forgot something. You definitely G-Max your Rilla here, by the way. Anyone watching this, you would always G-Max your Rilla in this situation. Always G-Max your Rilla in this situation. I set this whole thing up to be G-Max Rilla. It sucks. Think about how much more damage would be. It'd be dead. It'd be dead. Okay. Yeah, they'd be gone. It's like twice the damage. Nah, they'd be close enough to be gone. They'd be close enough gone. There's the TR. So let's actually see the order of healing. Porygon's healing. Then Rilla. So I underspeed that Cali. It's a policy. It probably is policy on that Cali, right? Oh, this is bad. This just lost me the game. I'm an idiot! Why did I do that? Oh, I'm throwing so hard because I didn't fucking... The Rilla not being G-Max, like, really just threw me for a little bit, messed me up. Because, like, this... I got lucky there. I would have normally undersped that Cali. I got so lucky. That was such a misplay. I do not deserve to win this game anymore. Now I'm pairs 2, okay. Alright, well, now I underspeed it when I need to again, but, like... What an absolutely abysmal game. Oh, what is Pokemon? Baby, don't hurt me. That's weird, yeah. Alright. Not out yet, though. Creatures on Trick Room. Screens are still up. That was such a crazy play. Yeah, I think you still have to go after this guy. He'd be switching in, like the Kyogre or like the Incin there, and like, I'll take that. I'll take it. You can switch to the Porygon for the Incin too, but you'd still lose your Cali. And you won't be able to kill me even if you max. And if you do actually max the Cali this turn, that means you can't max the Ogre. And if you can't max the Ogre, I can win with Rilla. Lost game yesterday, 2 in a row, 90% misses. Yeah, I believe it. So good Intimidate there. If the Cali tries to protect, it can lose it. You know what I mean? I think it would have been better play to like go for the double switch, like switching the Ogre on the Cali slot. And I guess they still can. No, they can't. It would have already happened. Lance. Okay, cool. Awesome. Cali's down. Alright. Crit my Zacian. Literally reflect and intimidate. Reflect and intimidate, boys. Unlucky. But it's fine. We got lucky with a para. You should still go down. No, you don't. Fuck, I'm wrong. Okay. I like this play. If I can catch your Ogre switching in here, that'd be so good. That's why you also double up into this to catch the Ogre. Oh, Porygon 2. But like it would have turned the rain off, and you double up to in case they start the rain. Crash, how's it going? Special attack puck this time. Surprising, considering Zacian's a neutral. Weird. That special attack puck's gonna be dicey to deal with. We got the tools though. The fact we have like Protect and Sim means we're probably okay for Porygon, I would say. We eventually can just parting shot it out and use Protects and stuff like that. PP Stall recovers. We have a higher base HP than Porygon does. Protect? Oh, he went for the Protect or the Lance. I guess I don't actually know what he went for, but he's gone. So he's gone, and the sun is up. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. First Mon down for me. Their Incin's low, bringing a redirected Behemoth Blade at -1. Okay. So they still haven't maxed, which is dicey. But we still have screens up for a couple more turns. I think this is the last turn of TR. Yeah, it's not the Incin. Huh. I don't think that's the play, actually. I think that's super not the play. So let's just make sure that I'm doing this right. Because I can just take your in Sin right now. So this is the last turn TR. Screens are still up. I can just switch in Rilla, let you recover, and then like I have fake out pins, but also like my Zacian gets out of dodge, so like I just do this. I can do this. Oh wait. Nope, this is the right play to actually just do it like this. Yeah, that's the right play. We don't need a flare blitz, switching anything in. If you want to fake out, go for it. If you want to parting shot me, this turns off your rain. Cover P2, we knew that was happening, couldn't stop that. And we should be able to get, there's a 3 minute, so like you see we turn off the rain here. Value, and I want you guys to see what's happening here. There's the 3 minute timer. And remember how I got a KO on one of their mons? It's pretty important. That Kyogre can max, but I don't know how much it actually matters. Who's he gonna go into with his max attack? That's like the main question, I think. Because I kind of want to double into their their Porygon this turn. 2 unusually long games. I'm taking a long time with my turns today, so that's the reason why. Check my screens. Last turn of Reflect, not that that matters. The white screen's the one that's important. $180 versus $150. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. As long as I don't lose a Mon over the next turn or so, I'll probably be alright. Draw Kyogre for Sin. Cool. That's a really, really passive turn. I don't think you can play that passive with the timer this low. Yeah, I can drop a double protect next turn and I win. That was a good play though if there was no timer, because this lets you get like a relatively safe way unless I crit to re-get up your TR. So that's a good play too. But yeah, the fact that I maxed in Sin was just great for keeping the rain out. But I wanted to max my Rilla, and we get a para too. Never lucky you. Sorry, friend. Unfortunate. But we do be taking those wins. We definitely be playing to our outs in this situation. We just double protect. This is one of the values of having like a bulkier team with dual screens and protect on your lefties in Sin. Just wait it out. And we'll take it. Oh, yep, I'm definitely taking it. But they played this game really, really well. I really liked the Babiri on the Cali. You know, I was worried about proccing policy until I actually got a situation where I could just hit it with the Behemoth Blade, but I was really worried about that policy. But I think their team was like played really, really well. The only thing I think that they could have done differently in this game was probably go for Trick Room just a little bit earlier. The fact that they played that passive and were just fine with their Porygon being on the board, it kind of just like let us play the longer game and elongate the turns. So double protect it up, no reason to risk it. And we'll take it. FB baby. Yeah, I like Icy Wind and Recover, or sorry, Icy Wind and Trick Room on Porygon, but it just means like Porygon can be like kind of, like I don't see a other way like my team would like beat a Porygon, you know what I mean? Other than like elongating the game out like this and just like applying status drops and stuff like that. So we'll take it, and again, I don't think they did anything really wrong. I think the only thing they could have done is just played a little bit faster. You know, I was like, I'm gonna play this super slow, and they're like, me too, and I'm like, I'm the one that decides how slow it goes though, you know? So, yeah, we'll take those.